Hey everybody, Mazer here, and we have a new Wish review for you. Yes, I decided to dive back into Wish.com and we picked up a new electronic item that I really wanted to see if it worked and give it a shot. So, without further ado, let's go to the Wish app and take a look at what we bought. We bought the WS401 Pocket Handheld Game Console Computer game built-in 400 games, 2.4 LCD, 8-bit mini portable game player for $10. They claim it was originally $88, it's $10. I got it with free shipping and handling because I had it sent to a drop-off site, and surprisingly, I got it in only 2 weeks. So, kudos to you, Wish.com. As you can see here, it promises 400 classic games built right in here. And it has 5 different colors: white, yellow, black, blue, red. And as you can see here, it clearly is a NES emulator. Wonderful! Let's look at the advertisement for it itself. Product specification: 6.9 centimeters wide by 10.1 centimeters long and 2.3 centimeters thick. 400 games built in Super Game. Lithium-ion battery, rechargeable with an AV output, video via TV PC. This is my favorite part right here. According to the human body engineering design of relax buttons, more in line with the human touch feel, help you play more arbitrary. Yep. That sums up everything I need to know about this little portable hand console. Surface with leather feel, compact, easy to carry, play the game anytime. AV external interface, unique innovation, only for better product experience to everyone. Supports video screen outputs. And there's the colors. And charging indicator, reset key, arrow key, start select, function keys, screen, blah, 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 blah. So, like I said, I got this within 2 weeks, which is unheard of for Wish. I guess they're increasing the speed in which they ship everything, so I do give them a thumbs up for that. And what I got was this. Exactly as advertised, except this has black buttons, not white buttons. It also came with the aforementioned audio-video cables and the world's smallest charging cable, micro USB. When I got this in the mail, everything seemed okay until I turned it on. The internal screen was actually off-center. It was pressed too far this direction. Luckily, it got banged up in post, and the black border was actually able to be popped off, and I moved the screen back to its original position and popped the border back into place. The only downside is my dog was nearby, and now I have a dog hair stuck between the screens, and I can't seem to pry this open to get rid of it. But c'est la vie. Now the question is, how does it feel? Well, dirt cheap. This thing is very lightweight. You can see that there's some kind of emulator box just glued inside of it. The buttons are very stiff. The only ones that feel good are start and select, funny enough. But yeah, the face buttons, stiff as hell. The D-pad, stiff. Reset's okay. We got the volume control here, the audio-video output there, charging station, and the power switch. And on the back, if you open it up, there's your lithium-ion battery. Which I like, that we could take this out and swap it out when this one eventually dies in like a month, because it's probably cheap and dangerous. So, I bet you're all wondering how this plays. Well, without further ado, let's just dive right in. As you can see, when we turn it on, we got 2 options, Chinese and English. Well, we're going to go with English, obviously. And here is our game menu, 401, and sure enough, it says 400 games. But, spoiler warning, you don't get 400 games. I did not make a list of what games are on here, but I could tell you right now it's not 400, because several of these are repeats, just put in different orders. For example, if you look right here, you got Nibbles, Ninja 1, and Ninja 3, and if we fast forward a little bit, we'll be able to see Ninja 1, Ninja 3, and Nibbles. Pac-Man and Pinball are also repeated several times. So is a game called Aladdin and Aladdin 3. Mahjong, Mappy, Milk and Nuts, all of these are repeated. So I'm guessing there's maybe 75, maybe 100 if we are like being generous. So yeah, you're not getting 400. So false advertisement, little ding in the negatives there for you. But I already figured we'd not get 400 games. But what I did not expect is we also got a bunch of ROM hacks. For example, if we go here to Mario 14, because you know Mario 14 was great on the NES, and we hit start, we can see, let's turn up the game's volume a little bit. Mario is actually some kind of ninja warrior with a bow staff that shoots fireballs. And he's defending the world from evil Koopa Troopas. Yeah. So this has a bunch of ROM hacks built into it, which I find hilarious. It's like, there are so many games on the NES, you don't need to pad your list with ROM hacks. But, yep, that's what they did. And every time you reset the game, you have to go back to the main menu. That's not the only ROM hack that I noticed. There's also Chip Dale 3, which is absolutely hilarious because somebody thought it was a good idea to make a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers game based off a shooting war game. So there's Chip. He has his machine gun. And he is fighting bears. So there's the bears. Yep, I bet you'd never see the day where Chip and Dale would shoot people with machine guns and throw grenades. I didn't realize that they fought in Vietnam. God, no wonder they're so angry all the time. They even fought tanks. God dang. So yeah, you don't get 400 games. That's very obvious. But the games you do get are NES, obviously. But the question is, how well do they play? Well, to be fair, let's play Mario 3, because this is the one I know the feeling of the most. Alright, it looks good. Everything seems okay, but if you notice, you're missing the title screen for some strange reason. It just says 3. But okay, how's it play? Music sounds fine. I'll just play through a quick level as fast as possible. Minus the stiffness of the buttons, it actually responds wonderfully. There's no input lag. I feel like I have complete control of Mario. And everything feels good, which is very surprising. There you go. Star. Another game that I know the feeling of is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers on Nintendo. It looks like this might be the, I don't know what language that is. That might be Chinese or Japanese. But yeah, it's the foreign version of the game. But I know how this game's supposed to feel. And it feels perfect. The music is right on point. The colors don't seem as good. Now I'm guessing that's because of the cheap screen. There's just something slightly off about the colors. It's hard to pinpoint on camera. But yeah, I feel like I'm in complete control. As you can see with my fingers, let's pull back a little bit. There's no input lag. The moment I push the button, he jumps. So that's really impressive. I will say this though, you have to remember that some of these games are not the American versions. For example, here on Super Mario, This is not the American version of Super Mario. In fact, it's called the Asian version. This came in a white cartridge. I'm going to show you that right now. So this is called the Asian version of Super Mario Brothers. It is basically, from what I understand, like the Chinese and South Asia version of the Mario Brothers games. You know, we had the PAL version, NTSC versions, and this was made for the Chinese, I guess. It was made in Japan. It is licensed by Nintendo, and it uses the original artwork of Mario. The reason I have to bring this up, though, is because if you play this version of Super Mario, it sounds different. The music is sped up. And it moves just a little bit faster than normal Mario. And that is not an emulation problem. That's exactly how the cartridge version plays. So I just want to give that out for clarity. Funny enough, they didn't think ROM hacks were enough to pad the games. They also used freeware, such as this one called Nibbles. As you can see here, it says, "This is free software and you're welcome to redistribute or modify it subject to certain terms. Read the copy file for details." It's goddamn freeware, and it was made in 2001. And all this is a snake. There you go. That's all this is. I can't get the apple. There we go. Yeah, so there you have it. This is exactly what you get for $10. It's cheap, it's janky, the screen's not great, but, you know, it does everything it says. It has, well, no, it doesn't have 400 games, unless you include the repeats, ROM hacks, and free shovelware that they shoved in here. But they do have classics like Double Dragon, Ninja Gaiden, and what's that? Mortal Kombat 4. I love Mortal Kombat! Oh dear God. So, right away you'll notice I'm hitting start like it asks. Start doesn't work. Does select work? Yes. I have played this before. Down is up. There's no right button. Up is start. Left is kick. I don't think right works at all. And yeah. And what's even better is that's VideoWulff's name, and that's Shao Kahn, who can't hit me for some reason. Yeah, half the buttons for this don't work. I think select is a kick button. You push down to jump, left to duck, right doesn't do anything. Oh no, right moves you backwards. Oh God. I don't think A does anything. No, A doesn't do anything, and up pauses the game. So yeah, there you go, another ROM hack that makes 0 sense on why it's in here. So, with all the games out of the way, can we hook it up to the TV? Well, let's find out. I apologize for the handheld quality of this, but I can't find my tripods, so I apologize ahead of time. We hooked it up to my TV set right here, and we hit on. And it's looking for the, oh, it got loose. There we go. Yeah, it works. And if I hit down, start, yeah, there you go. It does work. I don't know why in the world you would do this, because I still have to control the game with this little you know, bootleg boy, and it makes 0 sense. Because, I mean, look, this is as far as it can go. It's so uncomfortable. It's so stupid, but it does work. So overall, what do I think about this? Well, I think it's a cheap piece of junk, to be completely honest. I mean, if I drop this from a height of more than like 2 feet, or hell, even a foot, this thing feels like it's going to shatter into a million pieces. But you know what? I can't be too hard on it. I paid $10, free shipping and handling, got it in 2 weeks, and it does exactly what it's advertised to do. It has 400 games as advertised. No, it doesn't. It's responsive. The sound quality is pretty good. The video quality is decent enough. The colors are a little off. But other than that, yeah, it works. I think you get about maybe 2 hours battery life. I haven't fully tested the battery because, frankly, I'm kind of afraid to leave this on for extended periods of time until I swap out this battery. But for $10, you want like a portable NES player? I mean, could do worse, but you could do a lot better for a little more money. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. Does as advertised. The screen's decent enough. The sound's good. And it controls well. That's really all you can ask. I mean, I prefer having more actual games and not bootlegs, but what can you do? So there you have it. This is currently on wish.com. I will not be putting a link on there. You could search it yourself. Just type in 401 handheld games and you could find various different versions of this. And yeah, there you go. But while we are on the subject of wish.com, I want to point out to everybody, this is basically a little PSA that really irritated me about their app recently. They are price swapping, and I don't really appreciate that. For example, right here you have the world's smallest camera for $1. Now, if you click on it and you hit buy, you'll notice it's not $1. The dollar is for the USB cable, no camera whatsoever. If you want the tiny, micro card, that's $4. And the upgrade, which gets you the full camera and micro card and charging cable, is actually $16, and you get it for expedited shipping. They're doing this a lot recently. You can see it here with this flashlight. They say it's $2 until you hit buy. You get the low quality style B, or the one being advertised is actually $5. So I don't appreciate that. And another thing I started noticing are the reviews are getting worse if you scroll down. Packaged securely, came in early. That's not a review. Delivered quickly and on time. Again, that's not. These are not reviews. So fat. They're not talking about the product whatsoever. And I saw one review on here for, I think it was a knife, and it said, "My daughter loved the bracelet. Thank you so much." So they're padding their reviews with other products. So it's getting kind of irritating. Here's the one that I actually started noticing the price difference. So it says $3 for this camera. It's $3 for the card. That's it. The camera is $13. If you want the camera and the card, it's $15. So if you're going to use wish.com for any reason, please, please, please keep an eye out for these price switching tactics they've been doing a lot lately. It's very disappointing. I mean, yes, we all knew this was not high quality product to begin with, but they're starting to pull some really shady stuff with the reviews and prices, and I just don't appreciate that. So there you have it. I just had to explain that to everybody before I continue, discussing Wish products on my YouTube channel. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our $10 mega game, super game, portable game thing review. Again, $10. You could probably get it cheaper if you keep browsing the site, or not, or even more expensive. Who knows how Wish works? But until then, I am Mazer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.